Hey everybody, welcome back to another Malts and Meeples video. I am Petter, and today I'm doing my annual Gen Con Preview. Now, if you know how I've done these in the past, I use the Board Game Geek Preview website, which I'll be looking up and over slightly when I do that, but I use that to go through and see what's a must demo, must have, depending on what video we're doing. And today we're doing the demo video. So these are games that are supposed to be at Gen Con so you can demo them, not so you can buy them. Unfortunately for me, this year I'm not able to make it to a Gen Con, just life circumstances of job hunting and everything means that it isn't reasonable for me to spend the time and money going this year. But that's not going to stop me because, I do this list because these videos because I enjoy it. Let's go down here, verify everything's scrolling here, and start. Now you can see they have these nice buttons here for must-have, interested, undecided, or not interested. I'm going to be going through and clicking that for every one of these games. And I have an old-fashioned and a sparkling water. All of that to keep me going. So starting off here from LB Games, they are going to be at the Aries Games booth if you're there looking for them. Crash Derby. Start your engines, program your gears, and obliterate your opponents. So it looks like this is kind of a programming sort of game for a demolition derby. I want to see if they have any more images than just the pre-final cover there. I do like the look of the cover, and I do like the 3D upgradable game. I really hope that kind of means... Actually, I'm not even sure what I hope that means. But I'm very interested in that one. I like a good racing game, and something like a demolition derby sounds interesting. Then we have Garden Lake by Uwe Rosenberg. Abstract puzzle game. Drafting. I like the artwork. They did a great job with the cover, for sure. I'm less sold on the game itself. Abstract games are really hit or miss for me, so I'm kind of undecided on this one. Karak 2 Chaos Expansion. Karak Labyrinth. Real-time ending. That's weird. Wonder what they mean precisely by that. I'm looking at both of these two together. I'm not interested in the expansion. I haven't played the original game. I would be interested in trying the original game here. An adventure kind of action point rolling game. This one intrigues me. This looks like it's a standalone game, which is just the one image. 6 and up. 10 to 15 minutes. I wonder if it is kind of a real-time sort of experience. I'm undecided on that one. It doesn't necessarily scream to me as like, oh man, I would love that game. Then we have Removal. Only one removal company gets the glory, the other broken lamps. This one actually kind of sounds interesting. I'm assuming you're racing to remove stuff, fill up your vehicle, and it says not terribly long, so that's a fun theme. Like, I like things where I look at the thing and go, I haven't heard that one, so like that one. We have Reptable Tank, a lot of them from LB here. Drafting pattern building animal card game. I'm interested in it. I have drafting animal grid building sort of game already that I like a lot in ecosystems or ecosystem. So I don't know how similar this is going to be. I'm assuming you draft these different tiles and they score points in different ways. That looks fine. I'm not like blown away by it, but it doesn't look bad. Then we have Severton here, Vladichevatel, cooperative game. Reveal the hidden secrets of Severton, a shadowy old neighborhood. Just that right there has me instantly interested in this one. No more images there. Old school cooperative game set in the world of The Rapid Arrows, a Czech comic book and novel series. Okay, that's kind of cool. I like the sound of that. Yeah. I'm going to say if I was there, this would be one that I would seek out as a must-have to demo. It's my type of game and kind of a spooky theme for it. Tea Garden expansion. I'm interested in Tea Garden. I like tea. I like that theme, but I'm not interested in expansion. Trouble Z Run, Revenge of the Jellinator. Outrun the scary Jellinator and scare as many zombanimals as... Wow, that's a lot of almost words. I'm not feeling this one. This looks... I mean, it looks like a kid's game. Looks like... I would try it. But, yeah, I mean, it's a children's game. AEG has Into the Machine. Robot racing and comberific worker placement. This interests me. I like racing. Worker placement can work well in games. So this one, yeah, just sounds pretty good to me. And AEG does a lot of games that are kind of in that weight that I enjoy. Interesting. That's not what I really expected the board to look like there, but doesn't look bad. From Ares Games, we have Viking Route. This one I'm super interested in, using magnets to sail the waters of the North Sea. I'm assuming... Please give me pictures. Here we go. Good picture. So I'm assuming where the placements of these guys are, that influences the magnet, which allows you to then navigate your ship. Plus, it looks like you're fighting things on the ship. This one I'm just super excited for. It sounds unique and just different. Wunderwaffen? War games don't interest me that much. That's basically what it comes down to with kind of the undecided. Would I try it? Sure. Am I that interested? No. Around the Stump Games LLC. Friends in a mock battle for supremacy, using their plushies and pets as their units. That sounds really cute. But... I mean... I don't know. It could be interesting. There we go. We have something where there's everything. This, I mean, it's just kind of an area majority fighting game. So-so on that. From Asmodi Games, we have Chess Joker. I'm just not interested in a weird twist on chess. Good Puppers 2. Fast to Furious. I'm just waiting for Good Puppers 3 Tokyo Drift to come out, then I'm in. Puppy drafting game? Sure. I feel like I recognize this art or designer's name. Okay, yeah. I've heard of some of these games, so I mean, there's quite a number of these games here that this designer has worked on. So, innovation, yeah. And you know what? It sounds cute. I try it. This one, however, though, this is my top game to demo. I'm pretty sure. I say that, it could change. When I post this video on nerdologist.com, I will have gone through and picked out my top 10. But Mystic Curling Club is just two things that I really enjoy. You have kind of this fantasy witch aspect to it, and you have curling. Curling is a sport that is near and dear to my heart as a Minnesotan. But more than that, it's just it's an interesting game to watch. I love watching it in the Olympics. So give me a dexterity, flicking, powers and abilities curling game. We don't have any more pictures. Dice curling. So you're using dice. Like this just sounds awesome. There's no information about it. December this year, theoretically. So yeah, this one for me is, I'm just super excited for it. It's add to collection, wish list, must have. Like, this is a must have game for me, as weird as that sounds. Avalon Hill, we have an expansion for Hero Quest. I haven't gotten into Hero Quest. I'm not that apt to dive into Hero Quest. We have Sanibel, a drafting exploration game. Looks like, I don't know, I mean, that beach looks filthy. Is this about cleaning up a beach? Or something? Collecting seashells? I guess maybe that's seashells on the cover. Yeah, it's not filthy, just seashells. You know. It looks like you're collecting stuff from different areas. I'm assuming kind of set collection, drafting. You know what? Undecided. Now we have a couple of the... shoot. They don't have an image. These are from BA Games. We have Dungeon Diners. Now, I do love Delicious in Dungeon. I don't think that this is going to be anything like that. I do love Restaurant to Another World. Don't think this is going to be anything like that. Maybe it is a little bit Delicious in Dungeon. Gotta get the... Actually, just the theme, I'm interested. I wonder if this is going to be one that comes to crowdfunding. I will keep my eye out for it. Let me click in. Sometimes you can tell. They'll say... Yeah, upcoming game found game. So Dungeon Diners definitely is on my radar just for the fun theme. Garden Dragons. Drafting. Flower Dragons. I'm interested in this one because I want to see the artwork for it. That's what it comes down to in a lot of ways. Push Your Luck. Card play, conflict. I suspect this is going to kind of be a take that sort of game. Let's look here. Can I read any of the cards? Absolutely not. I do like Push Your Luck, but this one would kind of be in the undecided category for me. From Barrel Aged Games, we have Petty Kingdoms. Push Your Luck, city building card game. Honestly, the player count worries me slightly. 2 to 6 players. That's a fairly wide range. Undecided on that one. I just don't know enough. Rolling in Wonderland. I don't like the cover. Then that's no offense to Bellows' intent, anything like that. It is just not an aesthetic that stands out to me for that cover. Or for some of the artwork in the game looks better than the cover does. I just don't know about this one. Undecided. Bezier Games, The Game Makers. I'm undecided on this one. Now, it's like, but it's a board game about making board games. Yeah, but I want to play a board game. This could be fun. This is just pushing into that area where I'm like, that's a little bit too meta for me. Let's skip it. So, Blue Encore. I wonder if they just have events for their games. No location, maybe. Embark on an adventure to explore, discover, and conserve the rich diversity of Nilgiris. Undecided. Nothing, like, I always look to see these different kind of mechanisms. None of them stand out to me. Nor does, like, the cover doesn't just like, ooh, explore Madagascar, discover unique wildlife, and find the best place for sacred baobabs. Again, it doesn't scream to me as a game that I would like super well. I don't think it's one that I would dislike. It doesn't scream to me as something super different. And you can see I don't click on every game. Sometimes I just judge them off of here. Interesting that this is available already on Amazon, but they're not going to have more. Okay. There, so fantasy and science fiction doesn't really tell me about your game. Let's see, this picture still doesn't tell me about your game, but it kind of looks like different factions battling, I would guess, for gems or something. Pixies. I actually own Pixies, the base game. I'm not super interested in the expansion. Pixies is a decent game, but I don't necessarily need more for it. We have Refuge. Interesting. I thought this was... Honestly, I'm not interested in this. I played it and got rid of it. Refuge. Create your walk as far as you want before the storm bursts. Push your luck. That seems to be a fairly common mechanism on a lot of these games this year. Not that that's a bad thing, but I mean, it depends on how they implement it. Alright, Boss Monster 2, I'm interested. And Boss Monster Jr., I'm actually interested in too, because I think my kid would like the idea of kind of a monster, like, beating up the adventurers game. These, of course, both are from Brotherwise Games. From Button Shy, we have Las Palmas. It is, or Downtown Las Palmas. Wallet, solo-only game. Release date, I'm interested. Button Shy games, solo games, I'm always down to spend the $15 or whatever to get it and play it. Caveman Rumble Games. Portamentals. Dice battling, worker placement. You're trying to tame a dragon. I'm kind of undecided on this one. Depends on the mitigation for the dice battling. If it's just you set everything up and you roll and you can roll like crap, then no, I'm not really here for that. But if I can mitigate it, if there's interesting things you can do with the dice battling, sure. So I'd give it a try, but I'm not going to seek it out. Cavern Wire Games. This is an event on the stadium. Layering, market, farming. I wonder, got any pictures of the game for me? You know, I do enjoy this type of thing. Also, that's probably not the best for your vine to grow back into itself. But yeah, something like this is actually interesting to me. I'm interested in this one. So we have Charming Game Collective. These look like some small little games. Print and play stuff. Does that mean they're... I mean... It's print and play, so unfortunately, I'm just going to say not interested across the board here for the print and play ones because I'm not going to print them. It's as simple as that. Vegan Cafe. And use all your sick days. They sound like they're trying to be cute. I'd say I'm undecided on those two. Oh, that's a print and play. Never mind. It says it right there. I wonder if this one is too. I wonder if all their stuff is. That's not a bad thing. Print and play, yeah. So I'm just going to say no to all of them. No offense to the games. I just know myself. Chris Couch Games. Holiday Hills. This one is going to be in the First Exposure playtest hall. Merry Christmas to you in this game. I do kind of like the artwork. I always want to see what the game itself looks like. Honestly, that just looks like a lot. Let's look. And I'm assuming you're trying to connect different things. Get colors maybe the right way. I don't know. I'm kind of undecided on that. Interesting. So they have not one, but two holiday games. A push your luck dice game. 15 to 30 minutes. I'm more interested in this one, which no images, not that surprised if it's just kind of a dice game. But you know what? I'm interested in that one. CMYK Quacks, already own it. Not interested in it at Gen Con. Even the new edition, I'm fine with either edition. I am not in the camp that like, oh, the old edition is amazing, or oh, this one is horrible. Or vice versa. They're both fine. Creative Games Studio, we have Battleforge Berserker. Now, I like Chronicles of Drunagor. I need to get back to playing Chronicles of Drunagor at some point in time. And I backed Dante Inferno. That was one's a must-have. It's also a pre-ordered. I would definitely check it out at Gen Con. This one, Creative Game Studios, just with the one game, Chronicles of Drunagor, has me in the I will check out your games all the time. Cooperative 2, which I love co-op games. That looks like my type of game, especially because that looks like a really interesting system down there at the bottom that I would love. When it comes to crowdfunding, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be on GameFound, maybe later this year, then yeah, I'll be checking it out. hopefully I'll be able to consider backing it. Crowd D Games looks like they have a couple different become the best tour guide through either Arkham or Innsmouth's. I'd be interested in trying both. I wonder if there's any major difference between them. Of course, just the box cover there. Same designer, so I'm thinking probably no. Then we have Stella Quest here. Don't get caught winning. That actually makes me worried about the game, because it makes me think no, it's trick taking. I take that back. Trick taking hand management, I'm interested. Codenames Pictures, I previously owned it. I should update that. I'm not interested in a new one. I have SETI. I haven't played it yet. If you have, I'm sure that you'd be interested in more for SETI. I'm just not there yet. It's weird that they have Codenames Pictures, but not Codenames. Wispwood. Drafting, abstract, fantasy. There's so many of these games where, like, I love that cover, but is... yeah, that's an adorable cover. That's a great cover. But is that going to be anything like the game feels like? Actually, let's see. Hit all images here. It just doesn't look like it's going to be as interesting to me. Alright, Dead Alive Games. Space Kittens. Shedding cards onto shifting stacks in a lunar shelter. I'm interested in this one. It sounds super fast. Who knows? This is one of those where I look at it and go, I just don't know. Detestable Games. We have Bim Bam Bum. Frantic card game where keeping track. That just sounds silly. Which I think Detestable Games does, like Party Panda Pirates is supposed to be a kind of Mario Party-esque type thing. I'm not interested in expansion. I would be interested in trying the base game, but not an expansion. Pirate King. Push Your Luck. As I said, this is the year of Push Your Luck, it seems. And maybe it's just that it is every year, but form constellations around the North Star. This seems like something completely different. So I'm assuming you're trying to create different patterns or stuff like that. Do we have, there we have a setup there. Yeah, so it looks like you're probably trying to create different patterns to score points. You know what? I'm interested. Regoop Panda Crew. Battle Royale. Math. That's funny. Devere Games. Devere Games is going to have one of the games that, if I was at Gen Con, I would be trying to pick that up. The Ace of Spades. We'll talk about that one later. Not this video, but the next video that I do with all the new games that are going to be available to buy. We have Deep Dreams. Connecting cards to create a dream path. We have images. No. Just a cover. It's very fast. Pocket Series. You know what? I'm interested in this. The Guest. Hidden Roles. I'm not super interested. It depends. Trader Games. Asymmetric Information. Is this more of a Is this a social deduction game or deduction game? Until I know, it's a not interested. Koinobiri? Koinobori? You know what? That one just... I like the cover. That's all I'm going off of. Phoenix New Horizon. This is a bigger game from them for sure. I mean, that's a fair amount going on. Now, bigger games from DeVere aren't necessarily a bad thing. I love Rock Hard. So there's a central board. I'm undecided on this one. That time frame is pushing it for me. Just for what I'm consistently drawn to. I do like longer games. I love campaign games where the session, like for Gloom or Frosthaven, we play from 7:30 until 10:30 every other week, and that's one session. Now we do like the town phase and stuff like that, but I love a good long experience. It's just, it's always, I'll put it as interested, it's always a little bit more challenging to get to the table. Actualize this from Devotion Games. Humor always makes me worry. Do we have a better image? No. No, we do not. I'm just undecided there. Clank Catacombs expansion. It's on crowdfunding, I believe, still right now. I have it backed. Brick This, or Brick Like This, a Lego game. I'm actually just not that interested in it. It sounds like you're trying to give kind of directions so people put Legos in the right pattern. Could be fun a couple times, but it's the type of thing where I assume it's probably not going to be fun for a very long time. Beasts and Diplomacy from Dragon Dawn Productions. Drafting pattern recognition game. Give me there. Sorry folks, I don't know who you are, but I want to see. That just looks like a lot. Also, you guys are very serious. Nothing wrong with that. Just a statement. There we go. That is a lot going on. A lot of symbols. A lot of artwork. Not a lot of text. So that's not a bad thing. I'm just kind of undecided on that. Quantum Tricks, trick taking. Couple. I mean, I'm interested in it. Not obviously not much there for it. Tricky Seasons, Finland. Bidding game. I'm Norwegian, don't have connections to Finland. Trick-taking area control. I'm just not super intrigued by it. DVC Games has Inkwell. Drafted. I'm kind of interested in that one. I like the artwork there. Pacts. Majority. I'm just not. We'll put it there. Two-player game actually intrigues me more. That's what bumped it up from being not interested to undecided. Just because two-player games sometimes work better in areas that I'm not as interested in, such as area majority and influence. Envy Board Games has Hercules and the 12 Labors. You know what? I'm interested in this one. It is a solo game, a little bit on the longer side, but I'm curious about it. Ephirian Games has Pilsner. Oh my, no. Nope. Pilsner. Really? Really? Yeah, absolutely nothing on it. I'm undecided. Altered, I haven't gotten into that one. I'm gonna try and avoid it. I have 3 TCGs that I enjoy, but Star Wars Unlimited is the one that I've kind of bought into. Final Score Games has Ink. I'm actually not interested in this one. The aesthetic of the game is nice. However, I have played this one several times on BGA, and it hits kind of this spot of, and I actually did a full review on this on nerdologist.com that you can check out, but it feels like the punishing element of the game is a bit too punishing, and sometimes you're just like, well, I don't get anything that I want. It just didn't work for me. I think some people will probably like it. I also thought that there was going to be limited kind of replayability over time. Flat Out Games has Cascadia Alpine Lakes. I'm interested in this. This is a new kind of Cascadia game. I need to play Cascadia still. Floodgate Games has Flintstock Global Warfare in 20 Minutes. This is a Polymori game. He was known for what is it? I should know it off the top of my head. And there's multiple other people. Blitzkrieg World War II in 20 Minutes. I'm kind of interested in this one. Frostbite Games has the Manhattan Project Energy Empire. This is a new edition of this. I'm interested in it. I've heard good things about the other one, so let's hear about this one. Gray Matter Games rhymes with duck, a ridiculous rhyming game with a lovable toy duck named Chuck. No. Sorry. No. Heidelbar Games. It's going to be in the CGE room. Oh yeah, I do remember hearing about that. We have Frank's Zoo. You know what? I'm kind of interested in that one. It just sounds like an interesting option there with playing out bigger animals to scare smaller ones. Unami. I'm interested in that too. It sounds pretty simple, but not bad. From Helvetique. Party game. Generally, I'm not interested in those at Gen Con. Playing them with people, sure. But I'm not going to demo a party game that often. Furnace Duel. I like Furnace. I'm undecided if I need a dual version. Heroes, Write and Conquer. That looks like it could be a kind of heavy roll and write. I'm interested in that. Actually, I'm not interested in that. Sorry, it's 2 to 4 players. I'm not going to teach a heavy roll and write to people. If I had a solo, I'd be interested. Paradox Island. That I'm undecided on, but that cover is funky. And I'm assuming he's trying to get people to, yeah, connect the dots they can't see, as I said. Tundra. Funky again. I'm just not super excited from the sounds of that. Horizon Games, we have Natera, New Beginning. So many animals, too. Oh my goodness, so many animals. Post-humanity, animals. Let's look here. I mean, that looks like a lot, so I can't really tell you. Going over here, drafting, end game bonuses. You know what? I'm interested. I'm very interested in this. I really want to try Railroad Tiles. I'm not super interested in just an expansion for it. So you're going to see me hit a bunch of uninterested. I love Railroad Inc. So I'm very curious about Railroad Tiles. Of course, it's not going to be there to buy, which is unfortunate. Inside Up has crits and tricks. I am interested in that, where it's different rules depending on the suit. It's not that I'm not interested in the expansion for Earth. I just need to play Earth first. Thieves of Eldris. Steal from marks and unmask rivals in this hidden movement game. I'm undecided. Mainly hidden movement does always bring a concern for me of, if I get a hidden movement game, am I always playing one side? Tug of Roar. Man, there's a bunch of these games that are apparently set in this same artwork style. Lane Battler, 2-player Lane Battler, I'm actually interested in. I'm not going to say it's a must-have, because there are some Crash and Gold did not like. Zenith, absolutely adore. Toy Battle, very good. So I've played a lot of that type of game. I'm just like, Campy Creatures Volume 1, 3rd edition. Campy Creatures has a decent... So is this an expansion then? Or a separate thing? I'm undecided on that. Expansion for Harvest. I'd love to play Harvest. I have not, so I'm not ready for an expansion for it yet. Kids Table board games here. River Market is one I'm super intrigued by. I like Creature Comforts. I need to play Maple Valley. And River Market seems like it's kind of in that. And I believe Roberta Taylor also did Cafe Barras, which I like. Layers, family fantasy deduction game. I'm undecided on that one. Leader Games has a new expansion for Oath. I'm not interested in Oath, sorry. Compania, Secret Unit Deployment, Worker Placement, Dice. I kind of like the cover. I'm just not sure that I love the sound of the rest of it. You know what? This, if I were to kind of... It's an undecided. I'd try it, but I'm a little bit hesitant to say, like, ooh, yeah, that one's for me. Lucky Duck Games has Borealis. Arctic Expeditions. I'm undecided on that. It could be good. Could not. I'm just not confident. Toppings. A game for picky pizza eaters. I'm interested. I like pizza. I'm not that picky. Actually, no, I should say that. I'm a little bit picky. I don't like olives that well, and I don't like green peppers. I will eat both, but I don't love them. Mind Clash has Revenant. Evacuate a besieged Starfleet, navigating external threats and internal allegiances. I'm undecided on this one. That is a great cover, though. Witcher No Man's Land. Campaign battle card driven. Is it actually a campaign game? It is cooperative. Scenario mission campaign. Do we have more images? Just that one. It feels like a minis game. So, undecided. Octaraph has Bagged and Boarded. Comics, I'm interested just in the comic theme. Hobbit There and Back Again. Draft dice to make paths, collect resources, and perform actions to reach your goal. This one actually, anything Lord of the Rings is almost a must-have for me. My wife loves Lord of the Rings. I really like Lord of the Rings. We're currently building the Lego Rivendell. We need to find another evening to work on that here soon, but I'm almost always willing to give a Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, Middle-earth, I should say, a Middle-earth themed game a try. Now, if it is putting the elves listed in the Silmarillion in chronological order, I'm not interested in that game. I would skip that one. Fountains, Drafting Rondell. I like the look of that. Ooh. Yeah, this one I had already clicked on. It's a must-have. Tea Witches. I love tea. This artwork reminds me of... Is this Sundar Tang artwork? Yeah, Sundar Tang's artwork is amazing. It also gives me kind of a Little Witch Academia feel to it. I don't know anything about it. I love it. I love the look. I want to try it. Time Lancers. Freelance time travelers revise the past in order to reshape the future. That sounds cool. That cover? I hate to say it, that cover is the opposite of cool. But if you're messing around with a timeline, I'm still here for it. Like, as ugly as I think that cover is, I'm sorry, people. As ugly as I think that cover is, I can get it now. So they just won't have copies there. 7.5 is not bad. 60 ratings, obviously not a ton. I'm definitely interested in that. Paverson Games has the class of 89. I'm very interested in this one. Assemble a radical high school yearbook spread set in the late 80s. I love the 80s aesthetic, whether or not it's actually accurate to the 80s. I love the modern understanding of the 80s aesthetic. So I am very interested in this. I clicked not interested. I am interested in distilled cocktails. I just need to play my copy of Distilled. You're going to hear that about a number of games. You already have heard that about a number of games. Now, some water here. Plane Shift Games has Aether Spire. 3D Spires. It's this cooperative game. Got some images. I mean, cool that it builds up. It just... I'm like, okay. I'd give it a whirl. So I'll put it as undecided. Ashes Ascendancy. So it sounds like it has a couple different modes, cooperative and competitive. You know what? I'm intrigued. Because it's Ashes Phoenixborn is the other game. Then we have Rabble here, getting towards the bottom. We have Sprout. Push your luck to keep your houseplants alive without overwatering them. Nah, just get plastic. No, actually we do have some houseplants. My wife does a good job of keeping them alive. You know what? I'm intrigued by this one. I like the sound of that push your luck to see what you get, but you don't want to go over what your houseplants need because then you kill them. And whoever has the most alive, especially for a 20-minute game, I would suggest that this is probably a 2 to 4 player game that you could play at 6 if you wanted. Rebel Studio has Pergola. That is pretty looking. That is tempting to grab off of Amazon. I want to see board. Okay, that's selling me on it even more. Those frogs are great. There's everything, I think. Everything-ish. It's a little bit... Oh yeah, it must be everything-ish. You're collecting different things. That does kind of look like my type of game. I'm interested. Rebellion Unplugged has an expansion for a Sniper Elite. Again, hidden role game, and as I said before, I do have kind of that issue with the idea of hidden role games of, am I always going to be the hider? Or am I always going to have to play one side? We have 6 Sojourns from a Red Raven Games. Area Majority Influence, Territory Building. Images? Not much there. Seems area control. I'm undecided on this one. Toy Battle. This one is on my wish list already. I'm going to click must have. I should just pick it up at my local game store. But it's a fun 2-player game. 15 minutes in person does sound right. It is much slower on BGA, turn-based. But I like it. Restoration Games is showing off Battle Monsters. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. I'm undecided. It's probably not... No, I'm not that interested in it. Sorry. I think that a lot of people are going to enjoy it. It just doesn't feel like one I'm super excited for. The Battle of the Divas. Kalas versus Tabaldi clash in a battle of operatic supremacy. I love the sound of that. I hope it's good. But that sounds cool. The Voynich Puzzle. Decipher the undecipherable. Unravel mystery. Will you crack the Voynich? Is this a deduction game? I do not understand what I am looking at here for a game. I'm intrigued, I should say. Smirk and Dagger has Enthroned. Be the power behind the power to assure your power, pawn, rises to the throne. Doesn't sound super exciting to me. Outfox the Fox. Rank the top 5. Find the Fox. Not super interested. A place for my books. I like the sound of this. I remember looking at it, and was on Kickstarter. No, wrong thing. We just go away, please. Kickstarter. Let's see if I backed it. A place for my books. Maybe. I backed this project. Let's mark it as a pre-order. I'm super interested in this one, and it's a theme. Again, I love books, love reading. Wife loves books, loves reading. We have three cats with combined one brain cell between them. Alright, Soulless Game has treat please. A game about a week in the lives of very good dogs. Cute. It doesn't sell me on it. Crustaceous Rails. You know what? That sounds goofy, but oh boy. I was not expecting a table full of mini dinosaurs. I'm interested. Primacy sounds kind of to take that for me. Spoonbill Games says Coalition, Councils of the Republic. How to sound dry while still being a party game. 4 to 15 players? No thank you. Because I would assume, now I've made the comment before on stuff that have been 2 to 6, that probably means 2 to 4. 4 to 15 makes me think that this is like an 8 to 12. It's where you want to be. Tessellation, String Theory. Is this it's a print and play. Is it actually a print and play? Will they have an actual version of the game there? Let's look at images. I mean, if this is print and play and people are printing and creating, 3D printed. Intriguing. That looks like so much work. No. Canvas Critters is one that I'm considered backing. I think I'm going to pass on backing it right now. But, yeah, I'm intrigued. Then there's Cattywampus. Partners draw half of a picture of a secret word while the other players guess the words. Not super interested in party games, sorry. Digging for Dinos. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm interested in party games. I'm not interested, like I said, demoing party games. I'm not interested in checking out or picking up a party game that I haven't already heard really good things about. Because there's, for every like one great party game, there's 15 mass market, it's the same thing as everything else party games. And no. Digging for Dinos. Set collection dino game. The front cover is pretty good. You know what? I'm interested. Relative Space. Be the first to play all the cards from your pile for valuables to escape pods. Sure. This way we have Arctica. Explore the fauna and create your own ecosystem. Unfortunately, we only have, oh no, we do have a prototype version of Arctica here. Whoa, that looks bonkers. I'm interested. We also have Founders. Be the cryo-architect masters who build the city of ice. I'm interested. Ice 2nd edition for me would be one of those that I would be trying to check out immediately. I loved the aesthetic. I just didn't back it originally or when they did the 2nd edition. So Trick or Treat Studios, Camp Grizzly. I want to get Camp Grizzly. Camp Grizzly right now, if you can find it. Well, let's see. Camp Grizzly. Come on. You should. Camp Grizzly 2015. $250. Noble Knight $630. I want this game, but I ain't paying that for it. So, yes, this is 100% one that I would be checking out as fast as I could. And I'm assuming they're bringing it to crowdfunding? Kickstarter? Yep. I'm in. We have March of the Ants from Weird City Games here. Evolved Edition. Expand your colony and evolve your ants in this 4X game. I'm undecided. Could be interesting. Satchel Quest. Players take the roles of adventurers in a roguelike bag-building puzzle game. I'm interested. That sounds cool. Whales Entertainment. Whales are very entertaining. It is true. Vines and Flowers. Blooming Harmony. Bloom boom, where vines and flowers find room. That is a terrible tagline. I'm sorry to whoever wrote that. I don't mean to offend your ability to write taglines, but okay. Absolutely yes. That looks cool. Werewolf the Duel. Outsmart your opponent, predict the moves, and triumph in the end. I'm interested. It's 2 players. Wonderful World board games. From them comes Dragonarium. Draft resources and manage elements to hatch and nurture dragons. Resource to move is not something I'm familiar with. I am enjoying. Ooh, there are more pictures. More. Okay, there's one more picture. I am intrigued. Z-Man Games. What have I said about Lord of the Rings? And Middle-earth? Yeah, no, this is super high on my list to get. And that's the last one. That is 147 games. You want to see something fun here? Maybe. 569. Let's throw on the filter that we'll have for next one. For sale, apply, filters. 422 games, baby. It's going to be 2 videos, I guarantee it. I'm going to try and do 1 video coming up here for games for sale. And I have, thankfully, some friends who are willing and who are going. Will try and pick up a couple games for me. I have to figure out which ones those are. And then ask really, really nicely. But, yeah, there's just a lot of new games coming out as always. As always, too, though, these games may not make it in time. It's always a challenge. But with that, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had fun with that. That was just over an hour to get through a lot of games. So I either spoke fast or didn't talk about them as much as I should have. Let me know down in the comment section below which of these games are you most interested in demoing. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Check out the other videos here on the channel as well. We've been a little bit slow the past couple weeks just with the holidays and busy summertime, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of the schedule. Coming up here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, subscribe and click that notification bell to know when new videos are coming out. You can also find me in other spots here around the internet. Nerdologist.com. I mentioned it before. You can check out my board game reviews, things like that there. As well as then, if you're interested in Marvel, got my X-Men t-shirt on, and you want to hear thoughts on what we're hoping for with the Fantastic Four First Steps review when that comes out, you can check out the 10-Minute Marvel podcast. You can find that here on YouTube by searching for 10-Minute Marvel, where we also do some additional videos every week. And you can also find the 10-Minute Marvel podcast by searching for it wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcasts from. But with that, bottoms up, and we'll see you next time.